Cody Rhodes is feuding with someone new for the first time since April, so we'll see what's going on there. We'll also check out what's new for Money in the Bank, Rhea Ripley, Dominik, and more. Let's start things off with an update for Cody Rhodes. It's been quite the last few years for Cody Rhodes. He returned to WWE in 2022, and it was one of those electric and unexpected returns that no WWE fan thought they would ever see. But it was true. Cody Rhodes left AEW and decided to return to WWE during WrestleMania and defeated Seth Rollins on his first night back. Then on his first episode back on Raw, Cody Rhodes truly laid out his goals and his story right there during that first Raw appearance. He said that he was back to win the WWE title, the title that his father, Dusty Rhodes, never got his hands on. Cody wanted to not only win the title for himself, but in honor of his late, great father as well. Cody Rhodes would then go on to have a great trilogy of matches with Seth Rollins. But as everyone knows, he tore his pec shortly after the third match with Seth Rollins, and that took Cody out for the rest of the year. So the excitement and hype around his massive return to WWE was cut extremely short pretty quickly, and it was just devastating. But he returned during that 2023 Royal Rumble and won that match to book himself a main event title match against Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 39. Lots of fans were convinced that this was the night that Roman Reigns' historic title reign came to an end, and Cody did get extremely close, but just couldn't overcome the Bloodline's cheating ways and numbers advantage. So it was another heartbreaking moment there for Cody Rhodes and the fans, who truly thought this would be the night to finish that story that he first brought back up on that 2022 edition of Raw. And then literally the next night after that loss, Cody Rhodes was ambushed and brutally laid out by Brock Lesnar. That led to their first match at Backlash, where Cody Rhodes was able to sneak in a win over Brock Lesnar after busting him open. Brock Lesnar would retaliate after that embarrassing loss by attacking Cody Rhodes again and breaking his arm this time around. So Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar 2 wasn't really much of an actual competitive match because the story was that Cody was competing with a broken arm. So the purpose of that second match was just to show how tough and determined Cody Rhodes truly is. He didn't tap out, not even with a broken arm. So Cody lost via fading out, but in a way, he still came out of that match looking stronger than ever. And considering that they're both at one win apiece right now, it's a no-brainer that Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar will meet for a third match. But shortly after Night of Champions, the big question was if that third match will be happening at Money in the Bank or SummerSlam. Well, WWE has provided lots of answers to those questions. Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar won't be happening at Money in the Bank, and they'll be holding on to that match for this year's SummerSlam card. So how do they plan on filling out these next few weeks for Cody Rhodes? Well, Cody Rhodes has started up a little feud with Dominik Mysterio over the last few weeks on Raw. It all started when Dominik cheap-shotted Cody Rhodes and ran away. Cody came out that following week and said that since Brock Lesnar doesn't want to face him again, that he's willing to challenge Dominik to a match at Money in the Bank. Dominik said that he enjoyed embarrassing Cody Rhodes in the middle of the ring, but he never accepts the match. It's actually Rhea Ripley that accepts the match on behalf of Dominik Mysterio. Dominik and Rhea appeared to be in great spirits following that segment, but with all the tension going on within the Judgment Day right now, it is interesting to wonder if Rhea accepting the match on Dominik's behalf will cause any tension between the longtime happy couple of Dominik and Rhea. Rhea and Dominik have been smooth sailing with each other for a long time now, but will Rhea accepting the match make Dominik look a bit side-eyed at her? But the match and story appears to be in place. Dominik Mysterio is basically just a filler opponent for Cody Rhodes until it's time to face Brock Lesnar again at SummerSlam. But even if it's a filler feud, it still has the possibility to be pretty good. Dominik and Cody both have a similar background of having legendary fathers in the business, so they both have that in common. Plus, it'll be a great platform for Dominik Mysterio to showcase his talents against one of WWE's biggest superstars. Brock Lesnar is already promoted and being advertised to appear for several episodes of Raw in July. So that itself is basically confirmation that Brock Lesnar versus Cody Rhodes 3 will be taking place at SummerSlam. It'll be interesting to see how exactly Brock Lesnar is written back onto WWE television. Does he appear at Money in the Bank itself and tries to indirectly help Dominik Mysterio win the match? Or does he simply return in the weeks that follow Money in the Bank? It's been a popular rumor for weeks now that Brock Lesnar and Cody Rhodes' next meeting will have a special stipulation. Well, one of those newly rumored stipulations includes the bull rope match stipulation. The rules of the match are simple. Both men are attached to opposite ends of a 14-foot bull rope, meaning neither man could escape very far away from his opponent. The first man to score a pinfall or submission will win, and the bull rope and cowbell attached to the rope are legal. It's basically just another variation of a strap match. Cody's father, Dusty Rhodes, even took part in a bull rope match against Randy Orton back in the day. So the stipulation does have family ties to Cody Rhodes. But of course, the bull rope stipulation isn't confirmed quite yet. But it's apparently one of those options that are on the table for Brock and Cody's SummerSlam meeting. So that's the latest for Brock Lesnar versus Cody Rhodes. Don't be fooled by the feud with Dominik Mysterio. Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar will be picking things back up with each other throughout the month of July and heading into SummerSlam. The 2023 Money in the Bank ladder matches are quickly starting to come together, with new rules and terms being made extremely clear. So let's see what's new here for the contracts. Starting off with what the WWE commentators have been stressing about over the last few weeks. It's been made clear that the Money in the Bank contract holders can cash in on whatever title they want. There's this belief amongst the fans that the Money in the Bank contract can only be used on the 2 world titles. But WWE is making it very clear this year how it works. It can be cashed in on the United States Champion, the Intercontinental Champion, the WWE title, or the World Heavyweight title. Same thing applies for the women's winner. They can now cash in on any of the new women's titles. WWE even used this rule in 2022 when Austin Theory cashed in on the United States title. That cash-in confused everyone because fans couldn't understand why someone would cash in the contract on a lower-ranked title when you can use that same contract to book yourself into a world title match. So from that perspective, yes, it is pretty strange for a superstar to cash in on a mid-card title when literally they have a golden opportunity to contend for a world title with that same exact contract. So it might make you look at that superstar as being a bit dumb, but that's just how the rule is. And WWE is really making sure the audience is aware of that rule this time around before the event actually takes place itself. And in a way, that rule is a good thing because it puts all the champions on high alert, and we could always be on the edge of our seats whenever we can see any champion in a vulnerable position. And maybe WWE is really hammering that rule into the audience's head because maybe that's the route that they will go in with this year's Money in the Bank winner. Obviously, Roman Reigns will not get cashed in on, and Seth Rollins' reign is way too fresh to end anytime soon. So maybe the 2023 men's Money in the Bank winner does cash in on Gunther or Austin Theory for one of the mid-card titles. Austin Theory has a 200-day title reign going on with the United States title, and Gunther has a 1-year-long title reign going on with the Intercontinental title. So both mid-card champions have long title reigns that could come to an end thanks to the Money in the Bank contract winner. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see how that unfolds. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.